The while loop and loops in general are a way to redo something as many times as needed as defined by us. So let's look how to do that. We'll write while, and you see that the color is changing. So if the color is changing, it's because it's been recognized. And I will need a variable for that. So I'll say, okay, let's define x as a variable, x equal 0 or 10. X equal 10. And we'll say while x is superior to 0, then do this. So that's how the while work. It looks a little bit like the if, and it's basically you got while and then you got a boolean, you got a condition which will be true or false. In this case, x is equal 10, so the condition will be true. So what I could do inside the while would be to print x. The problem is, if I do just that, then it will work. It will say x equal 10, then this condition is true, then I will print x. The problem is I will never go out of this loop. So I'll actually do a demonstration for you. I'll probably have to kill the full notebook after that, and then I'll come back. But this is an infinite loop. So let's look at that. Try to kill it. Oh, I could. Wow. So sometime when you wait too much, Jupyter Notebook actually stop answering. So what did it do? If you look here, I got a crazy amount of 10. Why? Why? Well, because the computer has been printing 10 as fast as it could for all the time where I let that run. So that's not good. That's why you will always want to do something to get outside of the loop. So one option would be to reduce x, because we know that we are checking the value of x. So if x get below 0, then you can get out of the loop. So let's do that. I'll say x minus equal 1. So I'm saying each time you're doing a loop, then remove 1 to x. So I can run that again, and now I see this 10, 9, 8 is going down up to 1, and then when it's 0, then the loop stops because it's checking the value, right? So it's saying, hey, x is equal to 10, then this is true. I remove, at some point x is equal to 1, it's still true, it will print 1, then it will remove 1 to 1, then x is equal to 0, and here when I check, hey, while 0 is superior to 0, then it's false, and because it's false, I'm getting out of my loop. So I could do that with whatever we want. We could do it with a string, because I was printing x, but we could print just hello world, and we'll print hello world 10 times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I started with 10, I've been removing 1, and I was checking what was the value of 0. So you can do it this way. There are the way. This is just a condition, right? This is a boolean. So as long as it's true, while will continue to loop. If it's never false, then it will never stop looping, except if you have something that says break, which means destroy this loop, stop this loop. So we'll look at this with if x is exactly equal to 5, then, and here we'll say break. So when I say break, what I'm doing is breaking the loop. So it means that while will stop. So I can run that, you'll see, and I can see that now I got only 5 hello world, but I can also just print x so you can see it. And here we see, okay, we were at 10, 9 up until 6, and then it died. Why? Because when I did this loop with 6, I remove 1 here, which is important actually where you put the if, right? Because if I put the if here, it's not the same as if I put the if before removing the -1. I can show you exactly this now. Here I got 1 more. Why? Because when I'm doing this like that, what I'm saying is when x is 6, I will first print it. So I'll print it here, I'll check if it's 5, it's not 5, then I'll remove 1. And now it's 5, so I'm doing a loop again. That's why it's called a loop, right? I'm looping inside this block. And now I'll print again, now I'm printing 5, I'm checking if it's 5, and it is, so I will break. If I had removed 1 before, like we did before here, then I was at 6, now I'm removing 1, we're at 5, and then this is true, and so I'm breaking before doing one more loop. So that's how you can get out of a loop. There are other ways to manipulate your loop, which is continue the loop to the next occurrence. So let's do this. First, I'll move this at the end because I want to affect the loop at the end. Basically, I want to say, hey, everything is done, so now remove one. And I'll do this. If x is exactly equal to 7, then continue. So let's look at exactly what it's going to do before running it so we understand. So we'll starting with 10, we'll be removing 1 at every loop, and we'll be printing hello world and the number, like we did before. If it's 5, I'll stop. But if it's 7, which come here before the 5, I'll continue. So what it means that I will stop the loop here and I'll go back to the top, which means this part will never be seen. Hence, I'm not reducing x, hence I got an infinite loop again. So I'll show you, I'll try to stop it if I can. So see, it's running, I stop. And here I got hello world 7 forever, because when I reach 7, then I'm continuing before removing 1. Hence, the while will be true forever. To avoid that, I need to consider that when I'm doing this, I need to add a condition, like I need to remove the value here also, because it will never reach the other side, right? So if I do this, then it's exactly the same as what I had. I'm just continuing, but here we could have a print going to next loop, and here you'll see the difference. So every time it says going to next loop, because it's running the code, it's giving me the number. If it's 5, it will stop. That's why it's stopping here at 5. And then if it's 7, then it will continue. It will not do an endless loop because I'm actually removing 1 to x2, but I'm doing continue. So when I'm doing continue, I'm just ignoring what is coming next, which means I'm not looking at this print. So only when I'm at 7, I will not have going to the next loop. So I got 10, 9, 8, always going to the next loop, except 7 because I had this continue, which is what make me continue and not doing the line I have. We could do it with something a bit different. We could just say, hey, not continue, full loop. Here we could add something else too, right? It's a condition. You can add everything you want inside the condition. Breaking here, and well, you got the idea. Breaking here will be there, and with 7 we don't have it because we are jumping back directly to the next number in this while loop, right? So that's how you can continue, that's how you can break. That's what you need to know for the while loop, and we'll continue soon with the for loop. See you soon.